Hello everyone, welcome to Stockalogy, and today is 1st of August 2024, and today is Thursday, so today is expiry for Nifty. And today we are going to look all the shares which we have seen so far in Nifty 50 share analysis. And so it might end up becoming a little bit a long video, but you can move ahead to a particular share which you want to see. This is a little bit of share market right now as it is still moving as the day is in progress right now, like it is almost 12:30. So we will start with the shares. The first we will go with Reliance Industries. The last time when we checked the Reliance Industries, the share we have set up was the price alert we have talked about was 3201.5 as our price alert. And as you can see, right now the price of the share is 3015.8, which is not even close to our initial price alert. The market went up in like up to here. So it definitely crosses the line which we have set, but if you've noticed, it didn't able to stay above that line as we have already discussed. So if you look closely here at we will move it a little, 3232.01, almost here. As you can see, not of the particular and not any candlestick you can see here is managed to stay above that, first of all. So according to our rule, the candlestick should stay above that particular price alert at the end of the day to take an entry. So at this point there is no entry, as you can see already, and the price is already dropped. So that was a really good avoidance for us, that we avoided our losses if we would have taken the entry according to the based on the price. So we might have had a loss of particular some like 5 or 6 or 7% as on the capacity of a person, of the investor who wanted to invest in that, and the loss they are willing to take. So Reliance Industries, we managed to stay away from it, and then let's go to our next share, which is TCS. So the price alert we decided for TCS was 3 to 4223.85, which he has crossed, and right now the price of the share is 4374, which is quite high. First of all, in comparison to this, it is like almost 150 something. So if you look at the share here, this is the share, and our price alert was up to here. As you can see, the orange candle which is made on here on 15 July didn't manage to stay above that. So what happened, we again set up our price alert, then on one day after that it crossed that, and we would have taken the entry here. So at almost what, for 4304, and if you look at right now, it has gone to 400 or 4423. So that's a decent amount of profit anyone could have had if they have taken the entry there. Okay, we'll continue our series with ICICI Bank. uh, ICICI Bank. Okay, we have set the price limit to entry alert for the price alert for ourselves to take an entry at 1249, and right now the price is 1215, which is lower than what we have set up. So at analysis the chart of this share, as you can see, right now price is this and our entry point was this. As you can see closely here, this is our entry scenario, as I already told you, if the price of that particular day of that particular share managed to close above that line, then on the next line, if that share keep moving up, then we will take an entry. But if you can see on this side, it managed to cross, first of all, a little bit, not much, but on the next day it was green, but it opened lower than it should. Then it stayed on the same level, then it fall below from the price alert we have set up. So one thing is clear, we didn't get a clear entry in that share, so we couldn't have taken the entry. I hope no one have did, no one of you did, because I didn't. And that's what the benefit we get. the because of that there is no entry, and right now the price of the share is 1216, which is like almost 30 something price down. So it is a quite good save for our sake. And with continue is our next is HDFC Bank. Okay, the price alert we have decided for HDFC Bank was 1716. By the way, all the price alert that I'm talking about was already mentioned in our previous videos, which I have analyzed their charts prices, and I have given you the information that where you can take an entry or not, and these price alerts are already based on that. So the price alert for the HDFC Bank was 1716, that means 1716. Right now the price is 1633, which is lower than what we have set up. And let's refresh it a little. Okay, our price alert was 1716. 1716, it is here, this. But if you can see, there is no clear entry here in our share analysis. Wait a sec. Okay, there was this one. But you can see on general perspective of taking an entry here, you can see there is a wide opening here. This, as you can see, the gap here, which is we call gap opening. And the problem with the gap opening is that you don't know what caused that gap opening. It could be the foreign investor, or there is something internally which has happened in the share. So usually I suggest to not take an entry here, but if you had an entry, then it would have been a drastic, by the way. As you can see, there was a gap opening here, then it fell, then again on this day it fell down here with a gap opening, and then it went down. So it was a really bad situation if you would haven't taken entry here. But on a gap opening, you should avoid that. Okay, with SDFC now, we will look at Bharti Airtel. Okay, for that we have set up our price alert at 1489, and the price of the share is 1509, which is like how much, 10, 15, 16, 16, 17, almost 20 points up from our initial price alert. So if you look at the share here, okay, and 1489, this is the point, could have been our entry point here. Now if you look at the share analysis, this share analysis which we have done of the Bharti Airtel is in the July month. So from July point of view, there are only one opening, basically two opening taken place to take an entry. First is this one. I have told you, if share market the share is able to cross that price alert and stay above that, on the next day we will look if the share is still green. Now on this day, on the next day, it is started red. First of all, that's a negative for ourselves, for negative sign for us. It started red and it didn't went up, it started falling down. That's a bad entry, that's a no entry there. Then on the next day it went below our price alert. Okay, what we will do, we will set up our price alert again. We set up a price alert again. It crossed. On the next day, we take look at it, look at, and this is the next day, and the price has started moving up again. It started here, but it started going up. So that's a good sign. So if you want to take an entry, today is a good time to take an entry in Bharti Airtel. And then after the Bharti Airtel, we look at LIC. The price alert we took for the LIC was 1174, and the price right now is 1200. So if we look at the chart of this share, here it is. Our entry was at 1174. It is almost here. So right now it is here. We it crossed it here, but on the next day it fell. Then again it fall, again rised. It hit the R alert again. Then again it fall. Now it is up here. So what you get an idea from that. If you have, this is our first price alert. Maybe this one the our first price alert. So this is a price alert that is fallback. Then it is certain no to take an entry here. And again is hit our price alert. And again is fell. And now it is going up here. So if you ask me, if you see a long way, it is going up first of all. And if you look at the month previous point of view, it is also going up. So if you ask me right now, I think you shouldn't have taken entry here because it is showing the sign of gap openings quite a bit here and there, and that is not good for any share which you want to take an entry for a long period of time. Then we will look at the ITC. The price alert for ITC was 474.55, and right now the price is 495.3 or 4, whatever you want to say. And if you look at the entry point of view here, our price alert was 474, which is almost here, and it is quite high, obviously. So is it doing decent? Now the next is, by the way, I have also taken the entry in the ITC. You can see my prices. Right now I have a profit of 4.21%, that is 220, and my average price was 475. So I was close to the what I have taken the entry at. So it is quite good for me. Now the next one was Hindustan Unilever. For this, our price was 2812. And by the way, I have already checked. It didn't hit our trigger price, which we have set for price alert. As you can see, it went up, but it didn't hit our setup trigger. That is this one. So there is no talking about the entry here. Now the next is LNT, Larsen and Tubro. For that, our price alert was 3674 and 3772. Yes, we have decided to take an entry, basically set up our prices at two levels. Mm, but but if you look in the shear analysis, our first trigger was this, and our second trigger was 3774, this one. And if you have watched my video, then I have said to you earlier that if this point have hit by the shear while going up, there is a possibility that it will go up. So it had went up and it hit up both of our triggers. So both of the triggers, so it was a good entry on that part. Next, we're going to look at Bajaj Finance. 6787. Right now, the price of the share is, and our trigger price was 7334, And did we took an entry here? Did we hit our price alert? 37334. 7334. This was our price alert. And if you look here, the share didn't cross our price alert and it already fell down. So that's a safe for us. First of all, always remember, unless your price alert are hit, there will be no benefit of looking at the share all the time. And the second, when it hit the price alert, it doesn't mean you have to take an entry immediately. You can wait and wait for the day to close to see where your share end up. If it end up above your share price, then that's good. On the next day, if it is start green, no gap up opening, no anything, no nonsense, which usually happen after the close of the market, then and it is started green, it's going up, you will take an entry there. There is a possibility it will go up. If it fell or if it took a gap up entry, on multiple time we have seen on the gap up entry, people take an entry, it went up, and on the next day it fell. That's the situation. So no gap up entry, no red candle, then you're good to go. If it crosses your line, price alert stayed up, then on the next day it fell from that, no entry at all. Set up your price alert again and try again. Okay, Bajaj Finance didn't go according to what we thought, didn't cross our set up the price alert. And the next we are going to see HCL. It is here. Our price alert was 1666, triple six basically. Right now the price is 1645, which is lower than what we have set up. So as you can see, there is no price alert right now. So far there is no price alert for our share. So as of now, it could hit 1666 and go up. As you can see, it is clearly going up. Did I set up or not? Yes, 1667. I have set up 1667. Okay, no problem there as well. Because there was 1666, I have set up 1667 in whole number. Now the next is Maruti Suzuki. For Maruti Suzuki, for that our price alert was 13,000, and right now the price of the share is 13,231, 30, 230 mark. We will get 230. So right now there is a profit of 230 here, and let's open it. Okay, so this is the point where share took started. There is a gap up opening first of all. So even if it started up here, this is the gap up opening, and you already know, I've already told you, if there is a gap up opening, always avoid that. Even though that seems kind of good, but I don't think that's worth it to take a risk here with especially with gap up opening and a sum of 13,000. I don't think that's good enough. Now we will look at the Sun Pharmaceuticals. Sun Pharmaceuticals was at its top at that time. Wait a sec. Okay, I didn't know the price. What was then? Okay, then pharmaceutical was at its top, and it is still at its top, and it is going strong. At that time, I wasn't able to give you a point to take an entry. Let's see if we can find here right now. Okay, we can see a little bit of entry situation here. We can make it here single line, single point, and week, almost the same, no variation. In days, okay, in days also they are at the same level. Now converted into candles. Oh, not that candle, this candle. Converted into candle. Okay, that was this column. Okay, here it is. A line is at 1721. Right now the price is 1706. So 1721 is going to act as our resistance for the share to move. The share is following higher high than higher lows, so that is going to be our resistance for to take an entry here. If it crosses that, it stays at top of this price alert, and on the next day make a green candle with no gap up, then that's a good sign to take an entry here. Now the next, the last, second last was our Adani Enterprise. Okay. Our setup for the price alert here was two price alert was there. One was 3,124 and the other was 3,315. And right now the price of the share is 3,175, which is between both. So we'll look at the share. It has broken this one. This was the days line. So I've already told you, I guess, that if it break your days line, then it is a good sign. But I'm not compatible. I'm compatible in a sense that I like to believe in the longer term of a span when there is no noise. Then I like to take an entry there. But in the situation when there is an uh, on the day on the day basis, I don't think I'll go with that. Still, it is a good entry situation here. I've already told you if it break 3124, then you can take an entry here. It is up by the way, but the initial entry is going to be at 3315. Unless we really find a deep line there, then that's a different story. Now, on the other level, our last share was Kotak Mahindra. Yes, Kotak Mahindra Bank. It is here. The price alert we set up for Kotak Mahindra Bank was 1854 and 1819. Two setups was there. Right now the price of the share is 1790.40. And so far we see here there is a little bit of possibility of hitting it. It hit here, but that's a red line, and right now there is no passing to that. So at this point there is no hit, basically no alert for price to take an entry at the Kotak Mahindra Bank. So far we have seen 15 shares, out of which I say TCS was doing good. At HDFC Bank, no hit. At Bharti Airtel was doing good. LIC was doing good, but we didn't get an entry there. ITC was doing good, quite good, by the way. And LIC was up. Uh, then both of our price alerts, and Bajaj Finance was down. LIC, SCL, no trigger. Maruti Suzuki was up, but quite a controversial there with gap up opening. Sun Pharma, same zone right now. If it just gave you a price where you can take an entry there, if it hit Adani Power, no hit, and Kotak Mahindra, there was no hit. Um, so far that's the analysis of all the share we have talked about, and we will continue our series of Nifty 50 share analysis. And along with that, if you want any suggestion regarding any particular share or a swing entry purposes, um, just comment it in the comment section of this video, and like and subscribe for more videos. And thanks for watching Stockalogy.